every child carries a dream, but not every child feels safe to dream freely. We started guiding dreams with this intent to enable and protect the conditions that allow a child to dream without fear. Our innovation model is about harmony. Harmony exists when a child can speak without fear. Um, Mistakes are treated as learnings, and adults respond with care and concern rather than control. Harmony cannot exist in classrooms alone. If it exists in classrooms, it breaks in corridors. If it exists in schools, it breaks at home. If it exists as a program, it ends when the program ends. That is why our work has evolved from classroom harmony in 2024 to school harmony in 2025, and now we are moving towards homes and communities. This innovation is designed based on some of the world's most powerful evidence-based interventions, supported and recommended by the Center for Public Mental Health. Just as Zubinda's song Diya Ghurai Diya reminds us that earth is precious yet fragile, which needs constant care, we treat our children, future leaders, as the same. If our work resonates with you, please join us and support this mission.
Today I'm going to be talking about why school-based emotional safety programs matter. So just to give you a quick picture, most mental illnesses set in at a very young age. By the age of 14, nearly 50% of them have set in, and by the age of 24, nearly 75%. Now they can manifest differently in life for different people, but this is the most crucial time window. In India, the burden of mental health is so large that we can't treat our way out of this crisis. We don't have enough hospitals, and the only hospital approach is also just not feasible. So the good news is that from the research that we have done, we have identified that by strengthening the social determinants of health, so where you work, where you live, where your children go to school, where you age, these are the avenues that are also deeply affecting mental health. And what we find is that by strengthening them, we can reduce the burden by nearly 70%. That's where schools become such a powerful platform that can reach so many students at the same time at a population level. So programs that are school-based, that encourage emotional self-regulation, actually don't just show immediate behavioral improvements, but they show long-term health trajectories for the students in those classrooms. And the good behavior game is a great example of that. It's been tested in so many schools in different countries all over the world for several decades of research backing it. And what they find is that when children are exposed to programs that do this, that improve their self-regulation in a pro-social group class behavior, they see lower rates of substance abuse, suicidal ideation, antisocial behavior, criminal behavior, and just long-term health benefits well into adulthood.
When I first encountered the work that eventually became School Harmony, it was framed very differently and very deliberately as a progression from classroom harmony to something more ambitious. That progression matters. Working on classrooms is important. It improves practice where teaching and learning happen. But School Harmony is about attempting something broader, something harder, shaping the wider school environment itself. Not just what happens during a lesson, but what children experience across the school day, in corridors, playgrounds, transitions, and peer interactions. That shift reflects a deeper understanding of how children's mental well-being is actually formed. Children do not experience school in fragments. Their mental health is shaped by the whole environment they move through every day, by whether it feels predictable, safe, and fair, by whether adults respond consistently, by whether relationships are repairable when things go wrong. Seen this way, Mental well being is not the result of isolated interventions. It is the product of daily experience, of routines, expectations, and care that accumulates over time. What I appreciate about the approach Guiding Dreams is taking is that it treats school as living systems, not delivery platforms. By combining structured, evidence informed practices like the good behavior game, non cognitive skill development, and anti bullying approaches inspired by global best practice, they focus on prevention, on reducing everyday harms while strengthening children's capacity to cope, connect, and self regulate. Just as importantly, this work is grounded in listening. It pays attention to how children actually experience school rather than assuming adults already have the full picture. That willingness to adapt without losing discipline is what allows prevention to work in real settings, not just in theory. What gives me confidence in the Guiding Dreams team and in Arnab and Valentina's leadership is the seriousness with which they are approaching this challenge. There is clarity about what they are trying to change, patience about how long it takes, and commitment to doing the hard and glamorous work of implementation. Changing school culture is slow. It requires consistency, trust, and alignment across adults as much as children. But when it works, it does something very powerful. It creates environments that children can rely on, not occasionally, but every day. If you want schools to support mental well being in a meaningful way, this is the direction we need to move in. Not more isolated programs, but environments designed with care. School Harmony is an honest attempt to do exactly that, and it deserves recognition for both its ambition and its thoughtfulness.
One of the best things that we can do for our future is to invest in the well-being of our young people. When our students, when our learners build their emotional safety, their self-awareness, their mindfulness, their inner resilience, they're able to learn better, be more receptive to education in the classroom. They build stronger relationships with their peers and their families. The families experience greater harmony. And our communities too experience greater peace and thriving. Investing in our young people, in their well-being is so critical. It's invisible, it's all the things happening inside here, often not seen, but taking care of what's happening inside of our learners, taking care of their well-being has extraordinary returns on the outside. Young people have greater confidence, greater agency, their fullest potential can be unleashed, and they from that place can lead a more thriving and fulfilling life. The work Guiding Dreams is doing is so essential. Classroom by classroom, teacher by teacher, learner by learner. It's transforming lives, and we hope this work continues to grow and to thrive.